So if you're enjoying, appreciating, benefiting from this series of short talks by Padmavajra on the life and liberation of Padmasambhava, him channeling these lightning flashes from the blue beyond, then please do consider making a donation to Padmaloka. We're still in uncertain financial times. This year we lost our main source of income, our retreat income, and even though people are starting to return to Padmaloka now, our costs have considerably gone up, given the various measures that we have to put in place. So although we've benefited enormously from people's generosity throughout the year, we really need to keep that stream of generosity flowing. So do please consider giving what you can. You can do that by following the link that's attached to this video or beneath in our YouTube channel, or visiting our website and making a one-off donation or taking out a monthly standing order. Thank you.
Om Ahum Vajra Guru Padmasambhava. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Padmasambhava. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Padmasambhava. I am going away. I leave now for the land of the mirror-like wisdom. I am leaving for the land of the mirror-like wisdom, where there is no anger for the enemy, hatred. The indissoluble union of luminosity and emptiness goes with me. So this is how Padmasambhava begins his song of liberation, when he leaves Tibet. And in the following verses he sings that he will be going to the lands of each of the 5 wisdoms, the 5 jnanas, the 5 primordial wisdoms, as they're sometimes called, embodied in the forms of the 5 Buddhas. The 5 jnanas, the 5 wisdoms, describe, evoke the way a Buddha sees the world. The Buddha doesn't see the world as we see it. The Buddha sees the world in a completely different way. It's a completely different way of seeing and being. And the jnanas describe this. The jnanas, the wisdoms, the 5 wisdoms, represent the complete transformation of the skandhas, the conditioned aspects, the conditioned structure of our being, the elements, earth, water, fire, air, and so on, and the poisons. Notice that Padmasambhava calls the jnanas lands, worlds, realms. This is very important. Usually when we speak of wisdom, whether it's prajna or jnana, we think of it in terms of seeing and knowing. We think of it in terms of cognition. Traditionally, prajna, wisdom, is described as seeing things as they really are. It's a very important description. It's a very direct way of describing wisdom. Everything is clearly visible. There's something about seeing things with our eyes that is very, very powerful. It's a very powerful metaphor. There's a real truth to that. Wisdom is seeing things as they really are. But we need to remember that this is only a metaphor, seeing things as they really are. Like all metaphors, like all language, it has its limitations. Seeing implies a seer, one who sees, and it implies something out there seen. But in jnana, there is no self. There is no other. The exterior and the interior world are actually abolished. That notion of exterior and interior, seer and seen, doesn't apply. It's very, very easy for our mundane knowing, our ego-based knowing, our selfish knowing, to hijack the Dharma. We can delude ourselves that we are seeing things as they really are, when in fact, we've just played an elaborate trick on ourselves, and sometimes an elaborate trick on other people when we claim some sort of insight. Padmasambhava goes to the land of jnana, the realm of jnana. Self and world are utterly transfigured. The jnanas are in fact Buddha fields, Buddha families, Buddha kulas, with their particular flavors and atmospheres. Jnana is as much an atmosphere, a state, a realm, as it is a knowing. And the Guru, Padmasambhava, the archetypal Guru, any great Guru, inhabits this realm of jnana spontaneously, naturally, because of their attainment. These jnanas as well are not separate from this world. In jnana, the distinction between samsara and nirvana is no more. Conditioned and unconditioned, that distinction has completely collapsed. So let's try and find a way into considering, meditating on the five jnanas as lands, as realms, as the five primordial wisdoms of the five Buddha families. I'm inspired here a bit, or sparked off, stimulated by the work of Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche. On one occasion, Bhante directed me to a passage in Trungpa Rinpoche's writings. It was when I was preparing a talk not long after I had been ordained on the symbolism of the lotus, the symbolism of the Padma. And I was talking to Bhante about it, and Bhante said, go and look at this passage in Trungpa Rinpoche. He has some very interesting things to say about the Buddha families, about the Padma Kula and the Vajra Kula and so on. So I want to tell you something about the land of the mirror-like jnana. So this is the land of the Vajra family. It's the land of Akshobhya, the deep blue Buddha of the East. The scene, the feel, the mood is of the sun rising in the depths of winter. A completely white winter. Everything is snow and ice. And in the sunlight, everything is absolutely clear and sparkling. Hatred is transformed into absolute clarity here. A cutting through clarity. The cutting through clarity of the Vajra, the diamond thunderbolt, the adamantine clarity. But the sun makes everything sparkle and shimmer. Rupa, form, hovers in emptiness. Emptiness is expressing itself in form. The emptiness of vast, clear space on a cold, brilliant, snowbound, ice-covered winter's day. The Guru is the Vajra Guru, the Guru who cuts through all your solidity, all your blockedness and solidity and confusion, your sort of muddy confusion. His Vajra is so precise. It is hard-cutting, abrupt, and extraordinarily skillful. There's no drama to his cutting quality, to the cutting quality of the mirror-like jnana. The Guru, just takes the ground from under your feet without your knowing it until you try to stand up after the communication and you realize that there is no ground. He's taken it away. When you chant Vajra, in Om Hum Vajra Guru Padmasambhava Hum, this is the realm, the land you enter. You enter the realm of the utter clarity, the crystal clarity of the mirror-like wisdom, the Vajra world. Om Hum Vajra Guru Padmasambhava Hum. Om Hum Vajra Guru Padmasambhava Hum. Om Hum Vajra Guru Padmasambhava Hum.